Hi everyone, I am Dr. Shweta Karlapudi, obstetrician and gynecologist. We all know pregnancy is the most beautiful thing that can happen in any woman's life. Both wife and husband cherish each and every moment of their pregnancy, and this happiness doubles when they start experiencing their baby's moments. So now today we'll discuss each and everything about baby's moments. So friends, when does a pregnant lady start experiencing these baby's moments? So if a woman is pregnant for the first time, she usually experiences these moments by the end of the 5th month of pregnancy or in the beginning of 6th month of pregnancy. Or if a woman had previously delivered babies and pregnant for the second or the third time, then usually she will experience these moments by the end of her 4th month or beginning of 5th month only. So usually most of the pregnant ladies will experience their moments by 20 to 22 weeks of pregnancy. For suppose a woman is not experiencing any moments till 24 weeks of pregnancy, then please go consult your obstetrician and get suggestions accordingly. And coming to what are the various types of movements that baby do inside. So these movements start around, you start experiencing these movements in the end of 5th month, but usually baby starts moving inside. We could see on ultrasound baby's movement starting from 8 weeks, even 8 to 10 weeks of pregnancy. So in the initial months, baby will get lot of space to move inside. We can say that baby is like in a swimming pool. Baby will do somersaults, baby will twist, will swill, but by the end of the pregnancy the space will reduce and the baby's size increases. So then the baby will do only organized movements like moving the limbs, hands and feet. So then the woman will experience the kicks. In the initial months of pregnancy, the movements are not so strong, but as the pregnancy advances, in the 8th and 9th month of pregnancy, the baby's movements are very strong and the woman will feel strong kicks. And how to observe these baby's movements? Many studies say that when the woman is doing or busy in doing some household or office activities, even though the baby is moving inside, she might not experience or notice these movements. So ladies, free yourself, make yourself comfortable and observe these movements in the lying down position. Even many studies show that the movements are maximum in lying down position and few when you sit and fewer when you stand. So that means most of the ladies experience very less movements when they stand and sit compared to when they observe them in their lying down position. And what is daily fetal kick count, DFKC? So this is a very important thing, especially in the case of complicated pregnancies or high risk pregnancies, like a woman whose pregnancy is complicated by diabetes, hypertension, or if the baby's growth is small for the gestational age, or if the baby is having growth restriction, or in the woman in her previous pregnancy had an intrauterine death of the baby, or previous pregnancies there was growth restriction, or previous pregnancies complicated with diabetes, hypertension, we obstetricians usually suggest the mother to keep a track on these baby's movements. And one more thing, these movements are very subjective, and in order to observe these movements, we ask the woman to lie down for at least 1 hour and keep a count on these baby's movements and keep a track on them. And the other studies also show when a woman consumes something, like when she drinks some juice or consume a fruit or eat something, her glucose levels will increase. The same, baby will get good glucose concentrations in the blood and baby will start becoming active and does fetal movements. And one more thing, sometimes baby will be sleeping. The sleep cycle of the baby will range minimum 20 minutes to maximum 90 minutes. So one sleep cycle will stay for 90 minutes. So when you don't experience these movements, don't worry. Most probably your baby might be sleeping. Wait for some time. Wait for 1.5 hours and then eat something, take a walk or listen to some music, and then the baby will start moving again. So when you start experiencing the movements again, nothing to worry. But friends, If you don't experience these movements, don't wait. You immediately consult your gynecologist. And even the RCOG guidelines, the Royal College of Gynecology guidelines also says that don't wait till the next day if you don't experience movements today. So immediately please go and consult your obstetrician and gynecologist. So daily a woman experience her fetal movements. So she will herself will notice that there is a change in the activity of the baby. If there are reduced movements or if there are absent movements, immediately call your doctor and go to the hospital. So what do you expect your doctor to do? So when you go to the doctor, she will examine, she will initially take all the history from you, like any previous complications you had, since when you are not feeling baby's movements. And the doctor, if you are following up with the doctor, she will be having usually everything, the history of you from the beginning of your pregnancy. The doctor will auscultate you, check the baby's heartbeats with a fetoscope or a stethoscope, and then we usually do a cardiotocogram. This is especially important after 28 weeks of pregnancy. So till 28 weeks of pregnancy, even if you have reduced or fetal movements, you can wait for some time, or else you go to the doctor and check, that is okay. But in the end of pregnancy, that is 8th and 9th month, if you don't feel, if a woman complains of having reduced fetal movements, we do not take it lightly, we will examine very carefully. So we'll do a cardiotocogram also. It is a graph which will calculate the baby's heartbeats for 20 minutes. It will record the baby's heartbeat for 20 minutes. At the same time, the woman will also be given a probe which she will press whenever she experiences the baby's movements. So a reactive CTG will show a baseline of heartbeat in between 120 to 160 with at least 2 movements in those 20 minutes, and with the movement there should be an acceleration or increase in the heart rate, at least 50 to 20 beats per minute, lasting for 10 to 15 seconds. So if we see this baseline range and 2 accelerations with 2 movements, then the baby is doing fine. If anything abnormal we could see on CTG, like very low heart rate, bradycardia, or increase in the heart rate like tachycardia less than 120, more than 160, absent variability, absent accelerations or decelerations, all these indicate that something is wrong going inside, that the blood supply towards the baby is not sufficient, baby is not getting enough nutrients from the mother. So then the doctor will do immediately, they take the step of either delivering the baby or doing an ultrasound. Immediately they do an ultrasound to see what is abnormal happening inside. So friends, if there are reduced or absent fetal movements, the main intention of doing this video is, even though it is subjective, each and every individual, whether it is a high risk pregnancy or a normal pregnancy, everybody should keep a track on these babies' movements. Even though you are a working lady, you are busy in doing your household activities or office work, spend some time, you experience and notice your baby's movements. Every woman will know that what is the time of the day when their baby movements are maximum. So that day, if you don't feel those movements, or if you observe something abnormal, just go to a doctor and do a routine checkup. This will clear everything. So friends, I hope this information is useful to you. Subscribe my channel and like my videos. I'll try to keep on doing much more good videos for you. Thank you so much.